You will hear about the African Union.
So, in the news lately, everyone's been talking about Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. So, I decided to take a look to see what's going on and why he is the trending topic. I also see where Jamaica joined in a protest. So, I have just a little bit of information, a few clips that I've put together for those of us who have never seen it, just hearing about it, or like me, who is just a little bit inquisitive, wanting to know what's going on. And of course, I'm doing this video from inside my closet. All right, the comfort, that is what I seek. I hope we're all having a wonderful weekend. So we'll see you on the next side. Now, here's a little bit of information
Ibrahim
about the man
Traore,
himself, Ibrahim
born March
Traore.
14, 1988, is a Burkinabe military officer and politician who has served as the interim president of Burkina Faso since 2022. Traore took control of Burkina Faso in September 2022, ousting interim president Paul Henri Santiago Damiba in a coup d'etat, which is a coup attempt, all right? Aged 37, he is currently the second youngest head of state in the world. During his tenure, Traore has sought to distance the country from its former colonial power, France, and played an instrumental role in founding the Alliance of Sahel States. The Alliance of Sahel States is a confederation formed between Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. It originated as a mutual defense pact created on September 16, 2023, following the 2023 Nigerian crisis, in which the West African political bloc ECOWAS threatened to intervene military to restore civilian rule after a coup in Niger earlier that year.
Now that we have a little bit about Traore, let's go ahead and put the clips in here. We can watch them together. Grab your drink, grab your popcorn, and let's figure out sense out of all of this.
You will hear about the African Union. Yes, it exists. But what is the effect of the African Union in reality? We cannot talk about integration in the theme and not talk about the African Union. Because it is this organization that should unite us, create real integration. But we regret to see these wars that persist on the African continent, killing millions of young people. And that this organization, which has heads of state, with armies, is unable to organize itself to support certain countries. The Union is not just a word. The Union is a symbol. And we, the youth, should learn a lesson from this situation to unite, to make integration a reality. I was unpleasantly surprised when Ethiopia, which hosts the headquarters of the African Union, was experiencing a conflict. And when I saw the Prime Minister put on a military uniform and announce the closure of the university in Addis Ababa to face the threat. I did not see any action from the African Union to protect these headquarters. Most Western states saw Addis Ababa falling, packing up and leaving. Ethiopia fought, found an internal solution, and is living more or less in peace today. The children of Congo have been dying for years. Several other conflicts, such as in Sudan, exist on the continent. We would have liked to see the African Union generate the forces and all the necessary strategies to support these states so they can regain peace. For nearly 10 years, the Sahel has been the theater of international terrorism. But we see no support from these organizations to find a solution to this problem.
All right, without making it too long, now let's add other clips like protesting and his visit to Russia. Let's take a look and listen to what's going on.
You're looking at a
right
moment that's
here.
turning heads around the world. Captain Ibrahim Traore stepping off a plane in Russia on May 9th, 2025. But this isn't just another official trip. The date itself is loaded with meaning, especially for Russians. It's Victory Day, one of the most powerful and emotional holidays in the country. So what exactly is Victory Day? Well, it marks the day the old Soviet Union finally beat Nazi Germany in World War II. That war was brutal. Russia calls it the Great Patriotic War. It started back in 1941 when Hitler's army invaded Soviet land. What followed were some of the most intense battles in history, like Stalingrad and Kursk, where millions fought and died. In the end, the Soviet troops pushed all the way to Berlin, forcing Germany to surrender in May of 1945. More than 20 million Soviet lives were lost. Soldiers, mothers, children. The pain was everywhere. So every year on May 9th, Russia stops to remember them. It's not just about looking back, though. Victory Day is also a message about strength, pride, and refusing to be controlled by anyone else. That's exactly why Traore's visit on this day is making waves. He didn't just show up for the photos. His arrival sends a bold message. Burkina Faso and Russia are growing closer. And it's not just about shaking hands. It's about something bigger. It's about countries like Burkina Faso stepping away from old colonial shadows and building new friendships based on respect, strength, and shared goals. For Russia, having Traore there isn't just a nice gesture. It shows that even as the world changes, some nations are choosing to link arms in new ways. And for Africa, especially a leader like Traore, this trip says loud and clear, we're not waiting for permission anymore. Now back to the roots of the day. When Victory Day was first celebrated in 1945, it was pure joy, people dancing in the streets, hugging strangers. But it wasn't until 1965, under Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev, that it became an official public holiday. That's when the big Red Square parade started. Tanks rolling, jets soaring, soldiers marching, all showing off national pride and power. After the Soviet Union broke apart in 1991, the meaning of the day started to fade. But Vladimir Putin brought it back strong. He made Victory Day a key part of modern Russian identity. Today, the day is filled with fireworks, concerts, emotional speeches, and the famous Immortal Regiment March, where families hold up pictures of loved ones who served in the war. Of course, not everyone remembers the day the same way. Some countries see it through a different lens, one that remembers Soviet occupation. But in Russia, and across much of the old Soviet space, it's still a moment of deep pride. And now, in 2025, with Captain Traore standing in Moscow, on this powerful day, Victory Day takes on a new meaning. It's not just about history anymore. It's about the future.
From here, we will go ahead and post the clips of the protest that's going on in Jamaica and, of course, other parts of the world. Stay tuned.
In 2017, that this month must be recognized as the Rastafari month. And that's why we are here in support of Ibrahim Traore to liberate Mother Africa from the white colonizers. My name is Priest Wesley Kelly. I'm the high priest for the Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari, Royal Ethiopian Judah Coptic Church. We are here today to celebrate and to upkeep the work of Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso. We are in support of the president for the liberation of our black mother country, Africa. So while we are gathered here in support of Ibrahim Traore, the black liberator that may come in will be in coordination of Black Liberation Day. So that's where we are all gathered here today. The 30th of the month, that this month, April, is the month of the Rastafari month, that we have claimed proclamation in 2017, that this month must be recognized as the Rastafari month. And that's why we are here in support of Ibrahim Traore to liberate Mother Africa from the white colonizers.
Blessed be the Most High Emperor Haile Selassie I, the first, Jah Rastafari. We are here today as African descendants in the diaspora. We are here supporting and our African leaders coming together in one unity to show love, to show peace, to show joy and happiness to Mother Africa once more. So we are here standing up for the right of our people. The last year, Jah Rastafari.
What led to this gathering this morning?
It's just the fire that burn from colonialism. We make them know so to ease off and leave I and I alone. So you know, yeah, so you know what go. I just Africa we say. Round and about near and far, worldwide, Mama Africa, to everyone. All African leaders just make we unite and come together in one. Yeah, and all Caribbean islands, yeah. So you know Jamaica have to lead out for the world and its people, so you don't know. One perfect love, Rastafari. Yeah man, this is I So Strong. I'm here to make it right, I'll never make it wrong. Rast, I So Strong. Blessed love.
The work of our leaders must take a page out of Ibrahim Traore's book that he have written now, The Changing of the Guard, to liberate our motherland and our fatherland. Jamaica is the fatherland. Africa, Ethiopia is our motherland. So we in this island home, the island in the sun, must separate, must agitate for our rights. So it's a great pleasure to share this moment with the eye. Black liberation, black liberation, black liberators of our African continent. Africa must be free.
Please watch this video to the end so you can get more information. It's your girl, Siri Diva Dion. Ciao.
Dear participants of the first summit, of the heads of state of S, hello. It is a great pleasure and an honor to meet here today, a blessed date here in Miami. Before anything else, let us give thanks to God who made this day possible. We thank Him for everything He has done for us up to today, and everything He will do for the people of AES. Allow me also to pay tribute to the Nigerian people. These people who have suffered so much since the advent of the CNSP, and who continue to stand tall. Thank you to the Nigerians who gave us a warm welcome yesterday when we set foot on our homeland here. You are more than friends, you are more than neighbors. You are our brothers, you are our sisters. Because brotherhood goes beyond friendship or neighborhood. We have the same blood running through our veins. In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who fought and preserved these lands that we call Mali, Burkina, and Niger. In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who helped the entire world rid itself of Nazism and many other scourges. In our veins for the blood of those valiant warriors who were deported from Africa to Europe, America, Asia, or I don't know where else, and who contributed to building these states during slavery. In our veins, for the blood of dignified men, robust men, men beginnings. And for that, let us be proud. And be thanked for being nationals of the ASA. Africa, this continent that has suffered so much and continues to suffer because of the imperialists. These imperialists have only one cliché in mind. Africa is the empire of slaves. That's how they see Africa. To them, Africans belong to them. Our lands belong to them. Our subsoils belong to them. They have never been able to change their mindset until today. Deplorable. But how do they proceed? Unfortunately, it has been since the 1960s when these sham independences were given to Africa. They have merely placed local lackeys at the head, according to them, of their sub-prefecture to be able to continue supplying them. These local lackeys whom we would call today salon slaves. In other contexts, it's about trying to live like the master, to satisfy the master, and to do everything the master dictates to them. They steal, they plunder our states, bring everything to the master, and their wealth is kept with the master. They do everything to live like the master and always satisfy him. When the master commands, they execute. Do you know who these salon slaves are? Well, we are going to explain what that is. They are individuals who have no dignity, who have no morals, who have no personality. But the master slave has always known how to identify these individuals. They are always ready to betray their brothers to satisfy the master. They have betrayed us since independence, and others continue to betray us today for the benefit of their master. These individuals continue, against all odds, to help the master plunder Africa. They enjoy saying it every year in their economic surveys. Burkina Faso is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country. We are ranked among the last. Very well if we are as poor as they say. But when the time came to take responsibility, we asked these masters to leave the premises. Why don't they want to leave? When we take the case of Niger, for over 40 years, some countries have been exploiting uranium to produce energy at home. From Ottawa to Paris, the streets are lit up. It's the light. But in Niger, it's darkness that is served to us. When you go to our states, our lands are riddled with holes everywhere in search of precious metals such as gold. But often there isn't even the slightest accessible road to reach the areas where they are exploiting. Gold, let alone some basic social services. That's why we decided to revolt and take the destiny of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples. But when we decided this way, we were approached by certain armchair slaves to convey the message of their master to us, because they had created this kind of polymer chain that rises to the head of our states to serve them, and we came to break the chain. And it's inconceivable for them. So they approached us and asked us to fall in line, to be part of the elite who must lead Africa because they have an elite trained and shaped, who must follow, who are embedded in that chain. We refused to fall in line with them. And from then on, hostilities began. They misled into our areas. Several mercenaries, trainers, agents descended into the Sahel hoping to carry out attacks. Barbaric, cowardly, against our populations, hoping to incite them to revolt. In addition to these attacks on the ground, the communication attacks, manipulation, disinformation are deeply rooted in their souls. But the people of the Sahel have understood, and never again will they be manipulated. They know where they come from, they know what they are doing, and they know where they are going. We will no longer allow this. People are awake and people are fighting today, not for ourselves, but for future generations. And thank you all for the fight that is being waged. This never makes us cry. We will not tremble. We will face it. We will fight for true independence, for our freedom. Because to instill fear to the people of the ACE, these individuals have only 3 terms in their mouths: democracy, freedom, human rights. Sure. Their local values are only elected in a process that is democratic, free and transparent. According to them, their values. What could be more normal than wanting to impose on us this because they are the ones who set the rules? Very well. We have decided to take responsibility for ourselves. That's why in M26G 2023, when Niger decided to turn the page, the armchair slaves and their masters got on their high horses. They put their local lackeys forward and decided to wage a war against the Nigerian people. So we said, anyone who dares to attack Niger, we will be there to face them, because we will wage a relentless war to the last drop of blood for anyone who dares to attack our states. This statement, this decision we made yesterday is relevant today and will be relevant tomorrow and forever. The AES was born on September 16, 2023, within a mutual defense architecture, but we deemed it necessary to extend and expand the AES architecture. What brings us together today should allow us to venture into other areas in addition to defense, notably finance and economy, infrastructure, health, education, in short, and so on. I therefore wish that this moment be for us. A story that we will write for the ACE, but especially for Africa and for the entire world. May God enlighten each and every one of us. May God inspire us in these tasks entrusted to us. And above all, that when we carry out all our work, we keep in mind one thing: the supreme interest of our populations. On this note, we pray once again, good Lord, that He accompanies us all in our various tasks, that He protects our fighters, who, thanks to them, allow us to sit here and discuss the future of our states. So thank you once again, people of Niger. Be united. And in solidarity, people of the AES, the homeland or death. Thank you.
We believe that by learning from the wisdom and experiences of our leaders, we can create a brighter future for Africa. And you, our viewers, are a vital part of this change. As we continue bringing you insightful and motivating content, we want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude. Your views, likes, shares, and comments have not only helped our channel grow, but have also created a space for meaningful conversations about Africa's future. Together, we're building a community that values growth, change, and leadership. But we can't do this alone. We need you to help spread the message even further. If you haven't yet, Please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of the amazing content we have in store. By subscribing, you're not just staying updated, you're joining a movement to shape the minds and hearts of the next generation of African leaders. Once again, thank you for being part of this incredible journey. We're so grateful for each one of you. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep sharing the message of hope and transformation. Together we'll change Africa, one leader at a time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave your thoughts. The best is yet to come.